Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucia and this is Lulu's Leaves.
I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was. And I feel misunderstood, cause I'm trying hard to love.
In today's video, I am going to be talking about my most expensive houseplants. I am going to be going into some different genuses and I'm going to be telling you my most expensive of each one. If I went through all of my most expensive plants, it would just be a big philodendron show, and I don't want this video to be that because I have enough of those videos. So yeah, I am going to just go through some of the most expensive plants in each of the genuses that I have. Hopefully that sounds interesting to you guys. If you are interested, definitely give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, definitely click that button down below. Thank you guys so much. We finally hit that huge milestone of 10,000 subscribers, and I am so grateful to all of you guys. Don't forget, I will be doing a giveaway for this big milestone. It's not quite set up yet. We reached 10,000 a little bit earlier than I thought we would, but I definitely have something big planned, so stay tuned. It is going to be over on my Instagram, so definitely go follow me at Lulu's Leaves so that you don't miss out on it, but I will also be announcing it on my channel, so make sure you're watching all the videos and it will eventually be coming. Also, I want to say a huge thank you to all of the new members. If you want to join as a member, I have a Discord group chat available for everyone, and then if you want to join at the top 2 tiers, you can also gain access to some extra content. I have a few videos up there for you guys already, so you can check those out as soon as you join. But yeah, if you're looking for that, you can click the join button down below, or if you don't see that, because sometimes it's not there, you can also click the link in the description down below. That is going to be all before I get into today's video. Again, thank you guys so much. I'm so excited to finally be at 10,000 subscribers. It's a little bit of a dream come true. So thank you so much. So the first plant that I want to talk about is my most expensive Hoya. Hoyas don't typically go for as much as some other genuses, and in the past I haven't really spent a ton of money on my Hoyas. It's actually pretty hard to spend over $100 on a Hoya unless you're getting into these super rare imported ones, and only recently those have become available to me. So yeah, I just want to show you guys one that I was gifted a little while back. You probably have seen it in my videos before, but this here is my Hoya Glabra. I did not spend any money on this plant, but I'm really going to be going by worth in this video because I do trade for a lot of plants and I also get gifted some plants, so I just want to go by street value, if you know what I mean. But yeah, this Glabra is really beautiful. I believe on the website it was about $225, and I believe it was even on sale, but this is definitely a more expensive Hoya. They are definitely ones that you aren't just gonna find anywhere. They definitely need to be imported, and yeah, they are really special. This one has a giant leaf about the size of my head, so it's pretty special to me. But yeah, I'm really excited to watch it grow into a more full plant. I've never had a larger leaved Hoya get more than 2 leaves, so as soon as this one puts out another leaf, I will already be, you know, making moves. But the Hoya Glabra is definitely a beautiful one, and I would say it's worth it. I definitely can't speak for everyone, but yeah, there are some Hoyas that I would probably prefer over this one to be my most expensive, but I obviously can't afford those at the moment. There are some crazy expensive Hoyas. All of the silvery ones are so beautiful, but not in my budget at the moment. So this Hoya Glabra is at the top of my list in terms of pricing. Next up is a plant that I really love, and it's a genus that I've only recently been more interested in on my channel. I actually did a whole video about my pothos, but this is definitely a different type of pothos. But this is not really a pothos, this is a fake pothos. This here is a Scindapsus Silver Hero. I absolutely love Scindapsus right now. I think they are so fun. And one thing that's really exciting is that I was able to get all of my new cuttings to root, which is a little bit difficult. Scindapsus are actually notorious for rooting really slowly, and they often rot too. It's just kind of troublesome. I don't know if that's just for me personally, but I also do know that I have some friends that have a little bit of trouble with these guys. I'm really excited that I was able to root everything really well. But yeah, this one here is my most expensive Scindapsus. This one at this size is probably going to cost you about $150 to $180. I bought it with, I believe, 2 leaves with one on the way for $140, but it's grown 2 smaller leaves since then and has another one on the way. I haven't figured out how to get this one growing bigger leaves yet, but once I do, I will share all my Scindapsus secrets. I don't know exactly the best care for these guys quite yet, but again, I will share when I am ready. But yeah, this is a really super beautiful plant with crazy nice silvery colors on it. And I don't really know the difference between this and the platinum. I believe that the Silver Hero has a little bit of that green still down the center vein, but the platinum I don't think has that. I think it's more silver just, you know, all across, which how can you get more silver than this? I don't really know, but it is still a super beautiful plant. I'm also in love with seeing all of these roots. This is my reasoning for using clear pots on my plants. I just love seeing this, and that root growth is actually quite new because, you know, this was a newer plant for me, and when I did repot it, it didn't have a crazy amount of roots, but yeah, it's definitely thriving in this little container in the cabinet. Next up is one of my favorite genuses right now, and it is one that I've been talking about a lot on my channel lately, so if you've been here, you know I'm talking about my Syngoniums, but more specifically the Syngonium T25. From what I can gather, I believe this is the T25 and not the Syngonium Starlight. I could be wrong, I just don't know yet because it's a little bit immature. But if it does start putting out some skinnier leaves, I will let you guys know. But as of right now, I believe this is the T25. For the Syngoniums, I'm actually doing something a little bit different. This plant didn't cost me the most out of all of my Syngoniums. Actually, it may have, but the thing is, if this plant was the same size as all of my other Syngoniums, it would be worth much more. It's a very small plant, so I was able to get it for about $120, which I felt was a really great price for what it is. But this is technically my most valuable Syngonium in my eyes, at least. So yeah, it's really special to me, and I'm excited to watch it grow a little bit. I have fiddled around a little bit with the growing medium. It was originally in soil, but it was drying out way too quickly. So I did move it over to leca. And then I started to lose a few leaves here and there, or they would start to kind of disintegrate, which you can see there. But I did keep the plant in leca for a while, and I just was waiting for some new growth to come out from the roots, but it never came. So I have decided to now put it into perlite. Hopefully this is the right medium for it. It does have some roots, they just aren't nice, fresh, and juicy. They're not growing any new ones. I'm really hopeful that this will be the answer for this plant, but we'll just have to see. I'm not in any crazy rush to have this be a large plant. As long as it doesn't die back completely or rot, I'm a-okay. So yeah, the T25 is one of my most valuable Syngoniums, but it's also one of my favorite plants overall right now. I just can't get over how beautiful those leaves are. Next up, I'm going to pop into Philodendron territory, and you guys know I love philodendrons so much. So today I'm going to be featuring one of my favorites. The philodendron that is my most valuable in my collection is the beautiful Philodendron Strawberry Shake. This here has quickly become one of my favorite plants in my collection. I'm so super excited about this new leaf there. It came out with some amazing variegation, and that just makes me so happy because I actually got this one as a mid cutting, so it wasn't a top cutting where it had some variegation and could easily just push out new beautifully variegated leaves. This one had to push out new growth from an auxiliary bud, and when it does, you always gamble a little bit, especially with these guys. You're not going to see the variegation in the stem much, so it's not like a Monstera alba where you could look at where that auxiliary bud is and see what kind of variegation is showing up around there. It's just not really how that one works. So yeah, I think this is a little bit more stable than an albo, but I was really happy when it came out with a beautiful little half moon leaf there, and then it threw out this guy, and then this solid green leaf, which I was a little bit worried about, but then finally this really gorgeous, really variegated leaf. This plant right now is going for about $500 to $600, which is crazy. I've seen some larger plants go for over $1,000, but I think around this size would be about $500 to $600. I could be wrong, but you know, it's nicely rooted and it's a full plant, so that's kind of where my head's at. I don't think I will be selling this one anytime soon because it is really special to me, and I'm very grateful for the trade that I worked out. So I might propagate it down the road, but it is definitely staying as is for quite a while. Next up, we have another plant that I got really lucky finding. This is a really valuable type of plant and they're really difficult to find, so I was very grateful to be able to find it. And I am talking about the sport variegated Monstera that I have. This is a green on green variegated plant. I know it's a little bit difficult for you guys to see with the reflection of light, but this plant puts out some extremely beautiful leaves with amazing variegation. This is definitely a more subtle type of variegation compared to the Aurea or compared to the Albo. It's definitely a little bit more subdued, but it's also a little bit more rare, which is really cool. I'm also really grateful that I was able to find a really great example of this plant, because there are a lot of times that you'll find one of these, but it's not going to be as variegated as this one. There are definitely other people who have found great ones like this, but it's a little bit more difficult. At this size, this plant is probably worth about $1,700. I might be a little bit off, but it's really hard to put a value on these plants because they're not just readily available for sale. It's not easy to just go on Etsy or on any seller's websites and find one of these, so it's really hard to put a price on it. With that being said though, that is my estimate, and it's definitely one of my most valuable plants, but yeah, I'm just really grateful that I have it, and I'm really excited to watch what comes out of it because the variegation is just so random, so every new leaf is a really nice surprise. Last but not least is actually this beauty right here. This is my Anthurium Vetchii. This is a plant that I also traded a bunch of plants for, so I didn't actually purchase this one, and I don't know exactly what it would be worth. These are also really hard to find at such a large size, so it is difficult to put a price on it. If I had to guess, I would say that this plant is probably worth about $800 to $900 at this size. It could even be worth more, but I know that the prices of a lot of anthuriums have gone down lately, so it's hard to say, but this is also one that is not easily found at this size. So it definitely is difficult to make an accurate guess about what this is worth. That is just kind of my ballpark guess, but yeah, this is another one that I'm really excited to watch push out more leaves. These guys were the last leaves this size here, and then it just pushed out this monster of a leaf. So I'm excited to see what size the next one comes out at. It does look like we're getting a little bit of new growth back there, so I will definitely keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, that is the big king anthurium. Well guys, that is all for today's video. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. I really did enjoy making this video for you guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below so that you don't miss out on any future content. Also, if you'd like to join as a member, you can do so by clicking the join button down below, or if you don't see it, there's also a link in the description, but that will give you access to a Discord group chat and some extra content if you join at the top 2 tiers. But that's gonna be all from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!